Welcome to 2025. This is gonna be a different video. I will watch a presentation by somebody that, well, obviously is doing pretty fun things. I figured I took 2024 to really study this stuff, to make sure that I do understand business from the same perspective as other digital marketing agency owners. And with my experience from corporations, I figured I'll create something fun. And I'll maybe just mention about it during the video, but the purpose is to educate, is really nothing else. I am going to be using content of somebody else that I see is doing great presentations and shows exactly what is going to be taking place in 2025 plus beyond. So stay tuned and let's get to it. All right. Liam Ottley, and I just stumbled upon his channel. And I really like that it's 20 minutes. It's very, very comprehensive, but it's just 20 minutes. What I intend to do, I'll probably pause and stop and really refer to the Grow Connection, Glenview Mastermind, all the clubs that I have created and all the clubs that are available for consumptions right now. So looking forward to great conversations with other individuals. And let's see what Liam is talking about.
In 2025, the winners won't be the marketers, the developers, or the designers. They'll be AI generalists who can do it all. I know because I've done it. Over the past 2 years, I've made almost $4 million by mastering a specific set of AI skills that have turned me into a one-person army. And in this video, I'll show you why AI generalists will dominate every industry in the coming years, the 8 AI skills that anyone can learn to become one, and exactly how to master these skills yourself, even if you're starting from zero. This video isn't just another Learn AI guide. It's your blueprint to becoming unstoppable in 2025 and beyond. Before we get into things, if you are new to the channel and don't know who I am, my name is Liam Ottley, and I've been an entrepreneur for the past 6 years, the past 2 of which have been fully focused on building AI businesses. And for me, going all in on AI has completely changed my life. So on this channel, I help others understand the AI opportunity and make more money from it by sharing my learnings from building my company Morningside into a billion-dollar AI business. If you want to learn more about me and my story, you can check out my story video, which I'll put in the description below. But without further ado, let's get into the 8 AI skills you need to crush in 2025 and beyond.
So just a disclosure. I see that Liam is a digital marketing creator. He's been in this space for a really, really long time. And yes, he obviously figured out how to leverage AI. My path is different. I have been in corporations for the last 30 years, but I have seen the uptick in the technology used throughout my whole career. So that is a fantastic thing. I do understand and I know how to leverage AI as a AI agent, and it is going to be a lot of fun this year. So 2025, I really invite you to the Grow Connection so we can have really, really fun conversations about it. Plus, if you're a business owner, entrepreneur that maybe is not really familiar with all the tools and business systems that are available right now, well, I really invite you to that conversation.
To understand how to be one of the few winners in 2025, regardless of your career path, you need to understand the dynamics of the period that we're entering into. And over the coming decade, the job market and society itself will be completely transformed by AI and automation. According to McKinsey's 2023 research, AI could automate up to 50% of the current work activities by 2030. And similarly, Bain's research shows that up to 80% of workers will face wage stagnation or displacement by 2030 due to AI and automation. So in this era of radical transformation, how can you develop a winning strategy for your career to navigate through these uncharted waters? Believe it or not, evolutionary biology actually holds a lot of the answers we're looking for here. As Darwin said, it's not the strongest of the species that survives, nor the most intelligent. It's the one that's the most adaptable to change. And so during periods of massive environmental change, like this rocky period that humanity is entering over the next decade and beyond, the most adaptable organisms survive best. And nature gives us 2 distinct strategies for adapting as an organism. We have specialists and we have generalists. Now, give me a sec. I will bring this back around, but stick with me. Okay, so consider the giant panda. It's evolved over millions of years to eat only bamboo with a thumb that's specifically designed to strip the bamboo leaves off the bamboo. And now, in stable times, this specialization is actually incredibly successful. There's a lot of bamboo, they can tap into this food source, right? But if something happens to the bamboo forests, these pandas basically face extinction because they can't adapt to other food sources. They are overly dependent on the specialization. Now, if you look at something like the raccoon, it can eat almost anything, live almost anywhere, and adapt to new environments rapidly. And when their habitat and environment changes, say there's billions of upright apes walking around and driving SUVs and living in houses, raccoons don't just survive, they've actually thrived with this changing environment. The most dramatic example of this specialist versus generalist pattern playing out is over 66 million years ago when a big asteroid hit Earth and wiped out all the dinosaurs. It wasn't the T Rex that survived, it wasn't these specialized marine reptiles or flying pterosaurs. These incredibly specialized and beautiful creatures that were perfectly adapted to their niches, they were wiped out almost overnight. And who survived? It was the small and adaptable mammals, our ancient ancestors, and they weren't the strongest or the most specialized. They were generalists who could eat anything, live anywhere, and quickly adapt to changing conditions in their environment. We're witnessing a similar extinction level event in the job market right now. And just like the dinosaurs, there's a gigantic meteor coming right for us.
And I had to agree. So I've seen this from like a career coaching perspective, from the perspective of redeveloping my career my whole life. And over the last 2 years, I am really looking at the future and the jobs that I expected to be available at the end of my career. I think the chances of me being able to get those jobs are really, really small, slim right now. That's why I am building Business Academy, Business Incubator, and Business Accelerator. This is the biggest and the easiest structure that would allow me to show others how to accomplish their goals and basically create their own businesses with the tools that we have available. So that is one path that we're starting. But I have to agree with adaptability and training and learning. Well, you cannot really move forward. And yes, there is a danger for a lot of, I would say, middle class families that, well, the breadwinners will be losing their jobs over the next few years. Well, join the Grow Connection so we can talk about maybe you taking 2025 to really develop a strong business plan for your small business. Maybe you can be a mentor. Maybe you want to be showing the proven concepts that you have been using throughout your life to others that are hungry to understand it. So I really, really know that the Grow Connection is going to be a space for people to grow, investors to find the great investments that they want to put their money into, plus the education and really talking about how to leverage business systems that are really, really inexpensive right now with all the AI tools and really technology, plus automations, automated responses. It is not going to be great for every business owner, but for those business owners that want to grow their companies and really expand their offerings, create new products, there is really, really an easy path that I can show a lot of business owners that small adjustments, small changes in your approach can yield great results for 2025 and beyond. So that's how I really look at the technology and use of the technology going forward in 2025.
In today's world, thankfully, we are not competing for physical survival. We're competing for economic and professional survival. Just as environmental changes once determined which species thrived, technological changes are now determining which careers and skills will prosper. In this competition for economic survival, the specialists are the corporate lawyers who spent 7 years mastering contract law, or the radiologists who dedicated a decade to reading medical images, or the software developers who invested years in learning a specific programming language. And for the past 80 years, specialization like this has been the safest career strategy. You got to go deep in one area and become irreplaceable and enjoy a stable and prosperous career, right? But that equation is being flipped on its head over the coming decades as AI systems are now matching or exceeding these specialists' performance in countless different fields, diagnosing diseases as accurately as doctors. They're reviewing legal documents faster than lawyers and being able to write code better and faster than many developers. And this is just the beginning. These AI capabilities are literally doubling every 6 months.
And I have been observing this for many years as well, that the improvement in technology is happening so rapidly, and it's normal. It's something that is predicted. And I am actually looking forward to improvements in all those technologies because I can see how helpful it can be, how easy it's going to be for the business owner to really employ agent bots to do the exact items that, well, maybe it's hard for the business owner to find a right individual to do it, or somebody that is talented enough to stay on a task. Well, with the agent bots, it's gonna be a lot of fun. And yes, it is definitely a right time to invest in your education to understand this so you can grow your business or really don't get lost in a future because you don't understand some concepts and you really don't understand how to compete with other businesses or with really those that are gonna be employing agent bots starting a year or 2 years ago. And this is gonna just grow exponentially.
So it's pretty safe to say that no career is safe over the next 10 years. So we know what a specialist is, but what does an adaptable generalist look like in today's world? These modern day generalists are individuals who harness AI to acquire the capabilities of multiple different specialists simultaneously. While these AI generalists may not match the absolute peak performance of true specialists right now, they can very quickly achieve up to, say, 80% of the capabilities of specialists across multiple different domains and specialization. So instead of spending a decade mastering just one skill, these AI generalists can become proficient in new areas and new specializations in literally weeks. So they're using image generation to create professional artwork. They're using AI app builders to create software and using language models to write in any style or format they want. They're basically acquiring these new powers through AI and allowing them to do more with less effort across many different fields. And we'll get to what these powers are exactly in a minute, but just a little bit longer, you need to stick with me. The potential of these AI generalists is so profound that Sam Altman, the CEO of OpenAI, recently shared that among his tech CEO friends, they're all taking bets on when we'll see the first one-person billion-dollar company. And that's something that would have been unimaginable without AI, according to him. This is because these AI generalists are like modern day Leonardo da Vinci's. And we're essentially in a digital renaissance right now. And just as Da Vinci was able to combine both art and engineering and anatomy and mathematics to see connections that others of his time in the Renaissance missed, today's generalists use AI to bring multiple different disciplines together and create value in entirely new ways that weren't possible before. The tools at our disposal these days would seem like complete magic to Leonardo da Vinci. And what took him basically years to master, we can now learn in weeks. And what used to require teams of specialists, you can now do alone with AI. And what once would have cost millions in equipment and staff, people can now achieve from their laptop on their own. And so the path through thriving in 2025 and beyond isn't through deeper specialization, it's through becoming an AI generalist who has the power of entire departments of business in their fingertips. And this requires mastering 4 fundamental powers in the AI age that are each unlocked by a specific set of skills that anyone can learn, which we're going to jump into in a second. It may seem daunting to have to pick up all these skills, but learning them is what it's actually going to take to be able to thrive in the AI age. But don't just take it from me. Take it from Peter Thiel and the advice that he gave to Mark Zuckerberg. And Peter Thiel is an absolute legend in the tech space, multi-billionaire, etc. So take a listen to this.
I think Peter was the person who told me this really pithy quote that in a world that's changing so quickly, the biggest risk you can take is not taking any risk.
So if you're ready to lean into taking some risk,
I do agree, so I know that I am taking a lot of risks, and for me, the risk is something that I always hedge my bets, and I know that this is a risky proposition for me, but I really invite my friends, my family, everybody that knows me to look at what I have built as a business academy, business incubator, and business accelerator. Yes, I do have specific coursework and specific workshops that we are gonna be producing. But I'm really looking for like-minded individuals, those that want to acquire those skills for their own business. At the same time, we are implementers. We are actually building your business. So that is the coursework that we are doing. Plus, I know that I am creating this as a really, really community project. I cannot see this without getting involvement from the community, from other individuals that surround me, but also maybe think very, very similarly that investment in the right knowledge in 2025 or really right business systems or right methodologies, well, can make a big difference for somebody's business survival for the next several years. And I'm truly set on this. So we'll be starting with a few clubs, but I know that one important thing is taking the precedence for me. It's a wellness challenge. I know that you do need to have a strong mindset and strong body in order to achieve those results as well. So this is the easiest teaching, but I am inviting a lot of people to the wellness challenge. We do have specific accountability platforms created. We do have different spaces where we do share information. And this YouTube channel is kind of a communicating space as well. But more of the courses and the coursework is available inside of the Grow Connection.
And picking up new powers in the AI age. Let me show you exactly what these powers are and how you can master them. The key to becoming an unstoppable AI generalist lies in the mastering of 8 different AI skills, which can be grouped into the 4 fundamental powers of the AI age that generalists can acquire. Firstly, we have the power to build, which is creating software and tools. Then we have the power to automate, which is creating AI agents and automating workflows. Then we have the power to create, generating professional grade content. And finally, the power to connect, building influence and audience. In this section, I'll show you exactly what each of these powers are, why they're so powerful, and the specific AI skills and tools needed to acquire each, starting with the most fundamental, the power to build. Software runs the world. Every app, website, digital tool that you used started with someone first building it. And so for most of us, this world of building has been locked away behind coding skills that we don't have. So think about the last time you had an idea for some simple tool or website. Maybe you had like a calculator for some specific needs. You wanted a custom booking system or a unique way to organize information just for yourself. So the old way would be to have hired a developer and pay them thousands of dollars and then wait weeks of constant back and forth and communication before you finally get what you actually want. Now, using AI tools like Bolt and Replit Agent, you can build working software just by describing what you want in plain English. Just the other day, I saw someone in my free community who built his own AI voice agent ROI calculator thing that he intends to use for lead generation for his AI automation agency. And he said that in just 5 minutes, he made this pretty clean looking website that allowed him to generate more leads for his business. And this is just, of course, a basic example, but this guy would have normally had to go onto Upwork and hire a dev and spend weeks getting this thing made. Now, of course, these AI built tools and softwares aren't as polished as professional software, but they do work. And you can create some simple websites or calculators or trackers or just tools for yourself in general or for your small business in just minutes instead of months and with thousands of dollars spent. And these kind of tools that allow you to build the software are only getting better and better and better. So soon people will be able to create entire businesses around AI generated software. And so now is the perfect time to start learning how to use these kind of AI assisted development tools. And therefore,
So I really want to digress for a second and pull it back to the business that I am doing, which is knowledge business. I really would like to point your direction to the resources page. So I have created this page that allows others to contact me, connect with me, but also I am started writing exactly what kind of consultations I am providing, what kind of business consultations I can provide to other organizations or businesses. However, for my family, friends, neighbors, and anybody that I probably came in contact with throughout my career. I'm really inviting you to the Grow Connection so we can have a great conversations. And yes, good habits in life, healthy lifestyle, overcoming limiting beliefs and unconscious biases. This was a big block with unconscious biases throughout my corporate career all the time because there are some limitations of anybody that does not really spend time on talking with coaches, talking with somebody like a boss that can explain to them exactly what they need to be doing. So, self awareness, get a mentor or coach. This Grow Connection is gonna be a practice that I can definitely provide some advice, and I'm happy to do that for free inside of the Grow Connection. Yes, my goal is to be creating cohorts and creating engagement with those that are coachable, those that want to learn, and those that are already doing a lot of business and now they just would like to upgrade their knowledge and start utilizing the tools that are really, really inexpensive to achieve their goals, to achieve their results. Morning routine, journaling, goal setting, and everything for the personal growth. And I know that I am focusing on a business, but the business is really very related to life. And now in 2025, it is gonna be even much more tighter relation as far as really what you are doing on a daily basis. Plus, what are your goals? Where are you going? Especially from the investment perspective and from future potential retirement. I will show you how not to think about retirement as something that you are going to, because probably you're not gonna be happy with that. You and everybody else, I think the most important thing is to take care of your mind, body in the first place. But then really the work is something that is required on a daily basis. And you just have to reframe your mind to be happy with where you're at. It comes with a lot of humbleness. And yes, I know that I have been doing the hard work with other coaches, with other individuals, so I can get better. And now I believe that the growth potential is not only limited to me, my family, but I believe that I can show many, many individuals what they need to be doing in 2025 in order to achieve their goals and proper results in life or business. So, business operations empowerment, those are quick consultations that I can do. Real estate investment, I am a real estate broker. I did few real estate investments. I know that this was not my 100% path. I know that I always looked at investments to be something that I can do in a part-time type of a situation or really do it as a something that I needed to study even much more in depth. But I had great leaders, I had great coaches throughout my life, and now I'm happy to really share that knowledge with others. The best and quickest way to start learning everything about the AI tools and how to really leverage them from the perspective of the implementation in a business, I really invite you to become affiliates. And I think that's the easiest way, kind of most simple way to get into the network and to get into the understanding of what is possible. So, Grow with Microgreens is my main business. This is the only physical product that I do have. I know that those microgreens are packed with nutrients and I grow them very, very sustainably. And I know that I get best seeds. I know that I got the best methodologies of growing. So yes, order some microgreens if you are local in Chicagoland area. I do the deliveries. Pure Experts is the marketing agency. So the products that I do sell as a software as a service, well, I am looking for folks that would like to also broker those tools. However, those that really would like to learn and acquire skills and knowledge, and this is probably the most important core of the information and the knowledge that we'll be sharing inside of the Business Academy, Business Incubator, and Business Accelerator. We'll be running everything on the high level tools. I have been looking at many different systems. High level for me is the top line catalog of ERP systems and business systems because it does have most of the tools, and all the tools are constantly being upgraded and updated in order to use the technology as it's becoming available. So join the affiliation for high level. I will be showing you how to become a digital marketing agency owner. You can do it for your own business, or you can really do it as a provider of services for other businesses. And that is exactly what we'll be teaching as well inside of the practice. Right. Okay, go back to the video.
Or the only skill required to gain the power to build is AI-assisted app development with builders like Bolt and Replit Agent. In the final section of this video, I'll explain how you can learn this skill and all of the others rapidly with a couple of resources that I put together for you.
Automate, 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 automate. And I think I've been fan of automation my whole life. And I think one of like a rule of thumb for me, if I've found a task that I need to repeat, and I know that, yeah, on a daily basis, I need to do it. And I always found a way to automate it. I always found a way to make it take me less time next day to achieve the same thing. And that's how I look at the automation.
Building your own custom tools is really just the start of software. The real power comes from automating repetitive work. Think about all the repetitive work that you do every day. You've got answering similar emails, scheduling meetings, creating social posts, managing tasks, and updating spreadsheets. The old way was to either just do all of this stuff yourself or to pay someone and hire a virtual assistant to do it for you, which can be both expensive and time consuming. The world famous investor slash philosopher Naval Ravikant explains that success in the modern world comes down to leverage, ways to multiply your effort without multiplying the time you put in. Traditionally, there are three forms of leverage. You have labor, which is hiring people. You have capital, which is using money. And you have products with marginal cost of replication, which he puts down to being as code or as content. This means that with a piece of code or software, once you create it once, replicating that out to thousands or millions of users basically costs nothing to reach another user, right? And the same thing goes for content, because once I've created this video, it doesn't cost me anything extra in terms of effort for it to be shown to one or more or thousands more people. The creation of AI agents are a completely new form of leverage, which essentially combines code leverage and labor leverage into something that's entirely new. You're essentially creating digital workers that you can spawn instantly for a fraction of the cost of a human, and they can work for you 24/7 with no complaints. And creating your own AI agents is getting easier and easier every day. I've actually got an entire 1 hour long special on AI agents being released very shortly after this video is posted. So if you aren't already subscribed, I highly recommend you sub for that, because I've put so much work into it. And it's going to cover all of the AI agent information you need to know to succeed in the coming decade. But building and managing AI agents are just one part of the power to automate. The other half is AI-based workflow automation. So that's creating systems that connect your tools and handle routine tasks for you automatically and in the background. When you combine both of these, you can build entire automated systems that will basically do your job or run your business while you sleep. 2025 and the future that lies ahead belongs to the people who can create and deploy these AI workers, because it's like having a superpower where you can multiply yourself through technology. In order to gain this power of automation, you need to master the following skills. Firstly, no-code AI agent development. So that's using things like OpenAI's GPTs and Relevance AI to be able to create these digital workers. Secondly, it's no-code AI workflow automation, so connecting tools and building workflows using Zapier or Make.com. Third skill, of course, is prompt engineering, being able to craft powerful prompts, and the best way to do that is using tools like Prometheus, which is my personal favorite. And we have API integrations, which is understanding basically how all of these automations can connect together, which is made a lot easier once you've mastered tools like Postman. All of these skills combine to let you build sophisticated automated systems that basically work for you 24/7. And I've got some incredible free resources for you to learn all of these very rapidly to share with you at the end of the video. Think about all of the content that a modern business or a creator needs. You need designs, you need videos, you need music, you need writing. Even simple projects need basically professional grade content to stand out these days. The old way was either to learn these complex creative tools yourself or to hire expensive freelancers or agencies to make this stuff for you, like a single video ad or a new ad campaign could cost thousands of dollars to get done with a creative agency or something. Now, AI creative tools allow you to generate professional content in minutes. As Kevin Kelly said, the printing press democratized knowledge, camera democratized images, and AI is democratizing creativity itself. Whether you are an employee or a business owner, knowing how to use these creative AI tools and the skills to use them appropriately and effectively, they make you so much more valuable. Because if you need a logo, you can use Midjourney to create one for you in a few seconds. If you want a professional looking video, you have Runway AI that can generate it in seconds. If you want your own music tracks, there's apps like Suno, which create original songs in any style you want. And if you're struggling with video editing, you can use Descript and its AI features to handle all sorts of stuff automatically. With these kinds of tools available, you're only limited by your prompting ability and your creativity in order to create new works of art. I trained my own AI image generation model on a platform called Replicate in order to create pictures of me in any pose for my thumbnails. I used to have to mess around with taking new photos pretty often, and now my graphic design team can just generate hundreds of new images of me in any pose that they want for whatever video we're doing. So it's so much better for both me and for them. These kinds of AI tools aren't just faster, they're giving us creative capabilities that would have seemed impossible to us just a year ago. And like everything else in the AI space, they're improving every single month. So to gain the power of creation as an AI generalist, you need two core skills. Firstly, AI content generation. So that's using things like Midjourney and DALL-E and Replicate for your images, Runway AI for generating videos, and creating custom music with apps like Suno. And the second skill is AI editing and enhancement. So that's polishing content with tools like Descript and Opus, because the stuff that comes out of these AI content generators that we just covered, typically not really out of the box. You need to have some help to buff them up into shape in order to be able to get the most value out of it. So AI-assisted video and photo editing softwares is also a really important place to brush up on your skills. So regardless of your career path, having the powers of a creative agency at your fingertips makes you insanely valuable.
So what we are doing is it's created that learning environment. So the meetings that are taking place during the week, most of the meetings are scheduled over here. So on Mondays, we do have a basically group meeting for speakers, storytellers, real estate brokers, investors, and we'll be talking about networking, video, marketing strategies as well. So, but the goal of this meeting is to get some accountability, but also get better on a weekly basis because those are reoccurring meetings and they're available to anybody that's joining the Grow Connection or any of the clubs that will be running. And I'll be introducing clubs throughout the next week. On Tuesdays, really talking about business empowerment and really from the perspective of that marketing agency tools and the business systems that are readily available. Well, over the last year, I think I became a much more secure with the path that my business will be taking on from the educational perspective. And I know that I will be acting as a person that, well, I don't want to give you wrong information. And if I don't know something, well, we'll do the research. We'll have a team of individuals that truly are also either learning that same path with us or are really, well, did that at the corporations or seen that in other businesses. Or if you're watching the YouTube content and you following somebody that is really providing that methodology, providing those tools and the right information, well, it's quite easy to do the self-study. But my group is, yeah, if you need that accountability, if you need the question, if you do have some specific questions. Plus, we do have all the tools that are quite inexpensive, so you can actually do it for your own business. Or if you are a person that maybe now looking to open up, maybe I need another business as additional income stream. Well, I think that our environment would be fantastic for you. Okay. On Wednesday mornings, so next week, we'll be talking about really the commission-based sales and affiliate opportunities. This is additional information, additional training for the freelancers or digital marketers that could find a way to collaborate with us and be selling some of our products on a commission based. And that's what I really invite a lot of individuals to. We'll be talking about the tech. We'll be, really utilizing the tools that we do provide as well. So I really wanted to point out the resources over here and the information that of the people that I do follow very, very closely and where I get my information from. So all those podcasts and Andrew Holmes is over here. He's been my mentor for about several years, but the environment that he created is very, very open. But that's where I also found all the tricks and really methodologies to take down the properties, to buy something down, and really look at it as a business. And that is the goal for a lot of investors as well. So other groups, yeah, I am definitely going to be focusing on self-storage that and buying and development of self-storage properties. So I definitely bring this up all the time. Ebo is so I am looking for more marketers and other individuals that now maybe are looking to create a additional income stream. And that's why I will be able to show you the tools. I will be able to show you all the different items that I will be using throughout 2025. And I am expecting significant growth, but I am also want to make sure that there are other individuals that could use that information and we can actually grow together at the same time. And I'll be very, very frank and honest with how it can be accomplished. Mastermind.com, this is probably my source of a lot of good business, marketing, sales trainings. So I know the content there is fantastic. If you can afford it, please join that group. It's a fantastic resources. And I think the goal of the mastermind.com is exactly what I am doing with Glenview Mastermind as well as AB Mastermind. It is a networking place. It is a space where not only you will get the resources, you'll get the right information, but you will also get all the tools that you need to be successful in achieving your goals and results. So that is exactly the environment that I am creating. Back to the video, I know that all the information that Liam is talking about is very relevant. And I just want to bring the awareness to those that maybe would never watch his content, but I truly believe that it is a game changer. And the next 5, 10 years will be quite revolutionary. So join me inside of the Grow Connection so you understand where my business is going, as well as how you can also learn with us. And as a part of the incubator, yes, I am looking for more investors to be actually funding other businesses, other small businesses. And I will have that fully written down on all my websites within the next week or two. Thank you. And the power to connect, I think that's the most important. That's why I am creating all those clubs. I am creating all those networking events and networking spaces because, yes, there is a great skill that I believe that I was not the best at. Now I'm a little bit older and I know that I can engage with others, specifically talking about the power to connect.
Success in 2025 and beyond will go to those who can connect with others, those who can successfully build an audience. And this ability to stand out from the crowd isn't just optional anymore. It's actually a basic need for survival in the modern world. Building a following used to be reserved for just like natural writers or charismatic personalities, but AI has changed everything on this front, right? Now, basically, anyone can build a personal brand through text-based content like Twitter and LinkedIn, or through video here on YouTube. But at the end of the day, building a following always comes back to having interesting ideas and communicating them clearly. And doing this requires the skill of writing. As David McCullough says, writing is thinking. To write well is to think clearly. That's why it's so hard. But thankfully, today's AI tools make writing easier than ever for people. They don't need to replace your thinking, they just kind of amplify it. They help you explore your ideas faster, structure your arguments better, and express your thoughts more clearly. And I mean, I've experienced this firsthand. The moment I started building my personal brand here on YouTube 2 years ago, my success took off. I've got 270,000 subscribers. I've made millions of dollars, and all in less than 2 years because I was able to write my ideas down clearly here on this and then communicate them via video here on YouTube like this. So I use AI heavily when I'm doing this writing process to kind of throw ideas at it and combine these different ideas together and basically do a lot of the heavy lifting for me. So while it is still me writing it, I'm definitely being helped and doing a lot of the heavy lifting thanks to AI. So long story short, without a personal brand, you will fade into the background in 2025 and beyond, while others rise and capture all of the opportunities. It's really that simple. So to gain this power of connection, you only need one core skill, and that's AI enhanced writing, using tools like Claude by Anthropic to write better and write faster. And to help you reach more people with the same amount of work, you can also use your AI automation skills from the Power to Automate to create content repurposing systems using AI to amplify the impact of your writing by allowing you to reach more people with the same set of ideas, basically. And just with that simple example, you start to see how these four powers of building and automating and creating and connecting, they all kind of work together. Each one amplifies the others. And if you can master them all, then you'll become unstoppable in 2025 and beyond. Now, normally, learning all these skills individually would take months or years. And that's why I've put together a comprehensive resource guide specifically for becoming an AI generalist. So I've personally spent thousands of hours testing all these different tools and strategies and trying to make money and build businesses. And I've distilled everything I've learned over the past 2 years into a clear roadmap for mastering each of these four powers and the 8 skills that come with them. You can access this roadmap completely free on my school community, which will be the first link in the description. Then you can head to the YouTube resources section and find this video. And in that post will be a link to the roadmap, which covers the exact tools I use for each power that I've covered in this video, the best free step-by-step guides and YouTube videos and resources in order to master these skills quickly. And I've also included real examples of how I've used these skills to make millions of dollars online. Now, as you go through 2025, remember what we learned from Darwin. It's not the strongest of the species that survives.
And that's amazing. So the school communities are quite great. And I do have two of them as well. So I'll put the link to my school communities. But I am definitely gonna join Liam's one. So that is going back and forth to not only look at what is available inside of on YouTube, right? Most of the stuff is something that he created over the last 2 years. So he had to learn that from somebody else, or really was self-taught person that had a chance because maybe he was living in a great environment that made him think about it already 2 3 years ago or earlier. And that is fantastic with the younger generations of individuals really adapting to the change very, very quickly.
Nor the most intelligent, it's the one that's most adaptable to change. I've just given you the blueprint to maximizing your adaptability in 2025 and beyond as an AI generalist and explain the theory behind why it will dominate the entire next decade. AI is creating a new class of people that are better adapted to this digital age. And the question for you now is, will you be one of them? So that is all for the video, guys. If you want to head down, leave a like on the video if you got something out of it. And also, if you want to subscribe to the channel to stay up to date on how to use the AI opportunity to get the most out of life over the coming next few years and decades. That's what this channel is all about, and sharing my learnings on my journey as well. So if you haven't already, go down there, do all that fun stuff. I'm going to put a video up here breaking down some of the most important lessons for learning and building AI agents. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments, and I will see you inside the free school community.
Excellent. It's exactly what we'll be doing inside of the Grow Connection, as well as a few other clubs that I'll be really clearly premiering next week. So thank you very much, and join the conversation, join our wellness challenge, find out what you can do for your business or life to start utilizing the proper tools, proper technology, and not get lost in 2025 and beyond without proper knowledge. Have a great day, and welcome to the Grow Connection. Welcome to the clubs. And I know that each one of you can find something that, well, I believe can help you. Join. Thanks.